So before starting today's video, I do want to say you might hear a little sniffling. I might look sad, but I'm not. I'm actually a little sick. I have a cold. Bear with me, my nose is running, but the show must go on. Also, another thing is that this video idea is from the channel Anna Bay. I've been watching her videos a lot, and I just thought I would put my own twist on the beauty mistakes that I made in the past. I thought it was a great idea because boy, have I made a few mistakes when it came to beauty. Thin eyebrows. Most of us have been there, men and women. Back in the early 2000s, thin eyebrows was in. You know, around that era, I was young and I didn't really have the money to, go to a professional. So I took matters into my own hands and decided to do my own eyebrows. It took me a long time for my eyebrows to finally grow back in. And with me always having a round face, thin eyebrows never looked good on me. And now that I am in my 30s, I really like this shape. It's not too archy because I did do a bigger arch. Once when my eyebrows were growing in, I did like the arch, the 2010 arch where it was like high. I've been through the ringer with my eyebrows and I think I finally found like a shape that matches or frames my face. So needless to say, this is one of the biggest beauty mistakes because everybody, even people at school and my sisters, like everybody was telling me on how bad my eyebrows looked. And in my head, I just kept saying that they're jealous. But in reality, people were just trying to tell me, Kira, it doesn't look good. And I totally get it now. It definitely didn't look good and it didn't suit my face at all. So thin eyebrows is a thing of the past. I'll never ever go back to that thin eyebrow state. I don't care if it comes back in style. Count me out. I'm working with what works best for me. And I think this is the shape for now. I think I might go a little bit thicker the older I get. But never ever again will I do thin eyebrows. Especially by myself. I get my eyebrows threaded now and I leave it to the professionals. I am not good with doing my own eyebrows. If I was to try to even thread my own eyebrows, they will probably look like this again. Short haircuts. I am the queen of trying out different haircuts back then. Now, I wore my hair natural today just to show you guys how my hair really is. It is long. You guys aren't gonna be able to see the full length, but it is long and it's like wavy, curly, a little frizzy, and I'm okay with my natural hair now that I'm older. But back then, I was obsessed with making my hair look like everybody else's hair. You know, when I went to school, nobody really had hair like this. Everyone had that pin straight blonde or, dark brown hair. No one had body like this. And I remember going to school like this one time and everybody would call me a puffball. So like I always did, and that's what caused mistakes, is to try to please everybody and try to fit in. And I cut my hair really short because I thought since it's so puffy, maybe if I cut my hair short, it will like thin it out a little bit. And like I said in the beginning of this video, I have a round face. I've always had a round face. Even when I do lose weight, because my weight fluctuates a lot, my face always stays the same. It's always that round, chubby looking face, and I'm okay with that now. But back then, when I cut my hair short, it just made my face look a lot bigger. So long hair suits me so much better, and long layers. So the way that I get my hair cut now is I will frame my face with shorter layers. So my shortest layer is, the shorter layer is like up to here, and the rest is just long layers. So very long layers, and I don't really put any heat to it anymore. I just let it do its thing. Sometimes I'll straighten it, but most of the time I'm just rocking my puffy, semi-wavy, curly hair because I'm not embarrassed of it anymore. I was more embarrassed of having that short haircut style rather than having my natural hair. So yeah, short hair is a big no-no for me. It does not frame my face well. It just doesn't really do anything for me. It makes me feel very uncomfortable, and I just don't like the way I look with short hair. And I know a lot of you guys were putting in the comment section years ago that if I'm a minimalist, then I should have short hair, which is so weird to think. It's like, oh, because you're a minimalist, you need to have short hair. I don't know who came up with that kind of rule, but that is stupid. And I think that whatever haircut you want, you should definitely go with, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with, that's what you should do. Not what everybody else is doing or what everybody else is telling you to do. You should do what you want to do because life is short. Even if you like 2 different hair colors, if that's something that you like, then do it. Don't go by what everybody else is saying, especially when it makes you feel comfortable. So I feel very, very comfortable with my natural hair now, and with it being a little bit past my breasts. That is the length that I normally go for. One of my biggest beauty mistakes, it's not necessarily beauty, but it's part of your body, and that is tattoos. Now, do not get me wrong, I do like tattoos. I think they look beautiful, but on other people. For me, I have 2 tattoos that I got this one, and I talk about all the time. I got this one when I was 21, and on my leg I have 3 butterflies, 3 very ugly butterflies, when I was 17 or 16. Yeah, it was the biggest mistakes I've ever made, and they are permanent. They're not coming off. I do not have the budget to take them off. It's very, very expensive and very, very painful to remove your tattoos. So I do wear a lot of long sleeves, and I try to just cover this, and same thing with my leg tattoo. I just try to cover it my way until one day I get enough money to remove them. But it is one of the biggest mistakes that I have ever made when it comes to my body. And yeah, I was young and silly. I'm glad it's very dainty tattoos. Well, the butterflies are pretty big, but I'm glad they're like small enough where you can hide them, and they're not offensive, and they're not like, you know, they're appropriate looking. It's just music notes and butterflies, so very girly and a little kiddish, but I guess that's better than having something, you know, not appropriate on my body permanently, because I have met people in the past where they got the middle finger tattooed on them, some harsh quotes on their bodies, and as you get older you grow more, and you know, you just turn into a different person. That's all, what life is about, is learning, growing. So when you do get older, you do start to regret certain mistakes that you made, and those tattoos can kind of show what state you were at a certain age. So it's like a memory, a permanent memory on your body, and a permanent memory for everybody else to ask you, why do you have the middle finger tattooed on you? So I'm glad it's just music notes and butterflies, but it is one of my biggest mistakes, and they were done unprofessionally. They were done underground because I didn't have the budget to go to a real tattoo artist, so they're not pretty looking. They just don't look professional. If they looked a little bit better, maybe I wouldn't be so embarrassed. It looks bad. So long sleeves and just trying to cover up that part of my life, because you know, when I was in my early 20s, I made a lot of mistakes, and this is what I have to look back on to like remember. Like, I remember the day I got this done and why I got it done. It's so stupid. Overloading on makeup. So that's another big beauty mistake that I made when it came to my entire 20s. I would say towards the end I changed my route with makeup. With me being in my 30s, I'm 31 years old, anybody that's new here. But with me being in my 30s, I do not wear makeup. I have nothing on. I always talk about this. I have a little bit of lipstick on, and I do fill in this part of my brow because it is a little bit sparse. But that's about it. Nothing on my eyes, no foundation, no concealer, nothing. I'm embracing my natural skin, and even, you know, even having some acne scars, I'm embracing, because I really don't care what people think anymore, as long as I'm comfortable, like I said before. But when I used to get ready to go to the clubs and the bars and even to work, I would wake up super early, and this is around the age 21 to 25. I would wake up really early for work, spend about 2 hours to do my face. Primer, foundation, bronzer, lipstick, all of that on my face, and I would break out a lot. So the more makeup I had on my face, the more I would break out, which caused me to spend more money on foundation to cover it up, more money on acne treatments to, you know, try to fix the problem. And the number one thing that fixed my skin problem was calming down on the makeup. So I spent a lot of money back then on makeup. I never spent the money on high-end makeup, always like drugstore makeup like Revlon and CoverGirl, those kind of companies. But here's the problem with that. Even though they were considered cheaper, I thought like, you know what, since they're cheaper, I can buy more of it. So that's another issue when it comes to purchasing cheaper makeup. You think you can get more, which turns out that you're spending more even though the product is less money. So it was a big problem for me back in the day. It took me forever to declutter my makeup. When I became a minimalist, makeup was the last thing to go. You can even go back to my old videos in 2017. I still had a full face of makeup going on. I think I decluttered some of my makeup on YouTube, but now the only thing I own is lipstick. And once when that lipstick is gone, I'm not buying lipstick. So it's lipstick, eyebrow pencil, and mascara. And I've actually been falling out of love with mascara as well. I just don't like washing it off. I feel like it takes forever to wash off, so I rather not wear it. But I know everybody's different, and this is my, you know, beauty mistake. So less is truly more for me, especially when it comes to makeup. I'm very happy and grateful that I feel comfortable with the skin that I'm in. I used to get my nails done constantly. I want to say from 2012 to 2014, 15, I used to go every month and get my nails done. I used to do really, really long nails, medium. I used to do designs. I would get like the Chanel logo on this finger. That was like the style back then. I would do other logos as well, or the fashion brand logos, which is so silly. Because technically I'm like advertising for those companies even though they're not paying me. It's ridiculous. It's a huge scam. But I've talked about that before, where I do not purchase name brand items. I focus on plain clothes now. So with that all being said, I learned a valuable lesson with fake nails. When one of them breaks, it hurts like hell. I used to be a dishwasher and a waitress for 8 years at a nursing home. One day back in 2015, around there, I was washing dishes. I'm trying to remember the exact time. I think it was around the fall time, because around the fall time it's holiday season, so it's really, really busy, so you gotta move fast when you're on dishes. And I was rushing around, and I had these really long nails. I want to say they're about like this big. And that company let you work with fake nails, which is rare. But they let us work with fake nails. Obviously I had gloves on. But with wearing gloves, what happens to those long nails? They poke through the gloves every time. So I just didn't care, even though my nails were poking out. I didn't care. As long as I had my nails done, that's all I really cared about. So one of the girls was having trouble with the ice cream machine. I decided to help her, so I was putting dishes away while trying to help her with the machine. The door slammed on my finger from the ice cream machine. My fingernail and my real nail came off together, and I was filled with blood, and I was freaking out, and it hurt so bad, you guys, that I promised myself, you know, since that day, that I will never ever do fake nails again. Because if it was just my regular nail and I keep them short and clean looking, that would have never happened. So not only are fake nails very, very expensive and sometimes tacky looking, and they hoard a lot of germs underneath your nail bed, I just thought it was better to get away from fake nails, especially with the pain that I was in with losing this nail. I told myself this is a sign from the universe to never ever do fake nails again. And I never went back to using fake nails, you know, because things do happen, so I don't want to go through that pain ever again. And I have mentioned this in the past, I have a very low pain tolerance. I cried my eyes out when I got my tattoos done. My pain tolerance is horrible. Like, even when they ask me to do blood work at the doctor's, I just feel super nauseous. I feel like a needle is going through my entire body. I'm just horrible with pain, so I don't want to deal with the nail situation ever again. And I have tried the sticker route, where you put like those little stickers on your nails, make them look cute. The nail polish route. It's just money that I don't think I need to be spending on my nails. Like, my nails look fine. They don't need to look cute. They don't need to match my outfit all the time. They just need to look clean, cut, and that's it. So that's all I do. I cut them down, file them, and with that same glass filer that I have, I shine them up so I don't really need to buy a shine coat. So they look nice and clean, and no more pain and no more spending a dime when it comes to my nails. And the last beauty mistake, I feel like this is a mistake that every woman makes, especially in your early 20s, is wearing the wrong bra size. I am a curvy girl, and like I said, my weight fluctuates a lot. So right now my size is a 38 double D. I finally got remeasured a couple months back because the bra that I was wearing was not fitting me. I was wearing a 36C bra, and with that size I guessed, I thought, you know what, I didn't gain that much weight, I'm gonna wear a 36C. And I wore that bra for a long time, but I was starting to get back pain, and every time I was to like move around like this with that 36C bra, one breast would pop out or the other one would pop out. So it was like pointless to even wear a bra when your boobs are just popping out of that bra. So I finally decided to get remeasured. I didn't go to Victoria's Secret. I absolutely hate that store. I feel like it's a good store for teenagers, but when you are an older woman, I really don't care for colorful prints. I want a bra that's going to be efficient and it's going to last me a long time, and it's going to do its job, which is keep the tatas in, okay? So I went to Soma, I believe that's what it's called. I went to Soma, they sized me, and I was a 38 double D. I wear the minimizer bras because even though I have a big chest, it doesn't mean that I love having a big chest. I feel like a bigger chest makes me look bigger than I am, so I do like to wear minimizing bras, and it is by far the best bra I have ever owned in my entire life. I'm happy that I finally learned my lesson when it came to wearing the wrong bra. If you feel like you are wearing the wrong bra, go to a professional bra place. I know sometimes it is very expensive, but getting your size is always free. If you just want someone to measure you, it's always free. So just a peace of mind, just so you know what size you really are instead of you guessing the size. Trust me, it looks so much better when you have a well-fitted bra, you know, with a nice outfit on. It just looks better instead of your breasts bulging out. I had that problem with my breasts where I'll be wearing a smaller bra and it looked like I had like 6 breasts because you had them spilling out so much, it made lumps. So I hope I'm making sense, but ever since I purchased a real bra, I'm never ever going back to those cheap bras that don't fit me and don't do my back or my breasts like any justice. Like, it just makes me feel so uncomfortable all day where I cannot wait to take it off. Now that I have the right bra, I find myself not wanting to take it off right away when I walk through the door. I keep it on until it's time for me to take a shower, which is a huge game changer in my life. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below, what are your biggest beauty mistakes?